We start in Iran, where protests over the rising cost of living are spreading amid an economic crisis. Videos published online have shown students demonstrating at several universities, including in the capital Tehran, with security forces deployed at major intersections in the city. Protests by shopkeepers have been ongoing since Sunday after the country's currency hit a record low. Now, this footage of one protester sitting in the street and defying police has been going viral on social media. The Iranian president has called for dialogue with demonstrators. So just how significant are these protests? I asked Sara Bazoobandi, a non-resident research fellow at the Institute for Security Policy at Keele University.
Yes, the protests have been anticipated. It's been a very long time, especially since the 12 Days War back in June. People have been basically protesting, but in different ways. People have been showing their dissatisfactions in their public debates, in the public spheres, by rejecting to abide by the oppressive rules of the regime, by bringing their grievances into social media, into public spaces, and so on and so forth. So this has erupted, exactly as you mentioned, because of the sudden and very massive increase in inflation and devaluation of the currency. Rial has been losing its value against dollar a lot of, and the protests have actually started with shopkeepers that were in mobile phones, selling mobile phones and electronic gadgets, because they have to import them, and they the prices that they offer and their trade and their business highly relies on the value of dollar. So the uncertainty that this has brought really frustrated everybody for a very long time. The political aspect of it, the foreign policy aspect of it, it's all a combination of several factors. So it's not just dollar against real value, but that is what this time around it has erupted.
Now, we've just seen footage of one protester sitting in the street and facing down police. It's been described by some observers as Iran's Tiananmen moment. What's your view on it?
Yes, I do believe that Iran, since 2019, had so many Tiananmen moments. But unfortunately, especially in the Western world, we turned blind eye at it. The killings, the oppression, the sheer helplessness of the Iranian people that is displayed against these oppressive forces of the Islamic Republic has been displayed far too many times. We have seen these images far too many times, to the point that really people have lost hope in being able to send this message across that they do reject the Islamic Republic rule in the country. The government has lost its legitimacy a long time ago. People have brought their grievances in various shapes and forms into the streets, into various arenas. And this is indeed and yet another one of those moments. Back in the 90s, we also had one of these pictures that went viral. It was an Iranian student in the University of Tehran campus who held a white T-shirt stained by blood, and it went on the cover of The Economist magazine. That caused that student a lot of pain and torture and imprisonment and so on and so forth. But we have seen these moments several times.
Now, the Iranian president is calling for talks with the protesters. It seems his tone is more conciliatory. What should we read? How should we read into that?
I think the Iranian president doesn't have any other option at the moment other than saying that I hear your grievances and I'm doing my best. This is basically what he has been saying from the day that he went into the office, that I am with you, I want to improve your lives, and I want to solve your problems, and I want to improve your standard of living, and so on and so forth. But we all know that the president, first of all, the president has very little power in that system. The power lies in other hands. violence. He has basically played the role of a puppet elected by the higher officers, specifically by the House of the Supreme Leader and the security apparatus that supports it. So at this stage, they haven't really unleashed the full violence, and they are calling for debate and dialogue. But I would say that this is too little too late, first of all. And secondly, what could he possibly do? How could he resolve the situation? We all know that economic issues in Iran has been the result of three factors: sanctions, which comes from foreign policy and nuclear policy and missile policy and regional policy and so on and so forth. Sheer corruption, widespread corruption across all the institutions that are run by the government, and bad policy choices. From which one of these three does Pezeshkian want to start? I remain very pessimistic, to be honest.
All right, Sara, we're going to have to leave it there, but great to get your insights. Sara Bazoobandi, non-resident research fellow at the Institute for Security Politics at Keele University.